Nah, I'll let her sleep in peace. Can I talk to you for a sec?
Sure, what's up?
So, Deborah Sinclair, how do you think she ended up crossing paths with the Soothsayer?
I don't know, but the cabin had no signs of a break-in, right? She probably trusted her killer.
Most likely, yeah. What do you think about Jane Doe, the burned woman?
Oh, what an agonizing death. It makes me wonder if the Soothsayer had some kind of personal vendetta against her.
It's possible. The other murders were relatively quick and clean in comparison, weren't they?
Yeah, quite a risk too, right? Doing it in a public place and everything?
Good point. Seems like an escalation. But then again, most serial killers grow bolder with each kill, don't they?
I guess so. In any case, learning Jane Doe's real identity should be key.
Agreed. What's your theory on the deacon?
Reverend Winters said that he set up Faith Cyrene with an apartment, right? Well, she probably got close to him just like Eric and then had him killed.
The question is how? It clearly looked like suicide by hanging.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I can't imagine how that could happen to a devout Christian like the deacon.
What do you think happened to Eric Holloway?
From what we learned from Rachel, Faith Cyrene had her claws in him, didn't she?
Yeah. Eric was murdered on a roof too, just like Lucas. Everything points to Faith as the culprit. Any thoughts on the first victim, Rose Taylor?
Not sure, but that affair that she had with an Angstrom patient sounds suspicious, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising if this lover of hers was involved in her death. What's your take on Rachel Wang, Eric's neighbor?
From what I know about her, she seems like a really troubled person. I hope she can get the help she needs.
How do you think Tabitha Caldwell fits into the case?
Hard to say, but everything we have on her is circumstantial, right? So she could easily be innocent in all of this.
I guess so, yeah. What are your thoughts on the Ingstrom patient that Rose had a relationship with?
Well, I'd say it's an odd coincidence if it has nothing to do with her murder.
Agreed. Let's hope we can get to the bottom of who this mystery patient is soon. What's your opinion on that Phase guy?
Well, drug addicts aren't the most reliable witnesses, are they? We should probably take some of the things he told you with a grain of salt.
Yeah, that might be for the best. What are your thoughts on Faith Cyrene?
Well, she must be a ruthless woman, butchering Lucas like that.
I'm guessing it wasn't her first kill. She knew several of the murder victims. And even if she didn't take them out personally, she's gotta be a major accessory.
Probably, yeah. I wonder who's in charge, though. Is Faith Cyrene calling the shots, or is it the ranger guy?
Good question. It could even be someone else entirely. I don't think we know enough to say for sure. All right, that's all.
Okie dokie. The doctor gave you those?
Yep. I meant to take them if my head injury acts up. It's the pills I was given for my head injury. Should be taken in case of any sudden headaches or dizziness. I should listen to my messages before I leave.
Hey, it's me, Josh. I heard you woke up and left. I just wanted to let you know that, things don't look good for you with Mr. Longhorn. He had a lot of friends here, and everyone's looking for a scapegoat. I've been trying to keep the guys off your back, but there's only so much I can do. So, yeah, I think it's in your best interest to come to the station voluntarily. It's only a matter of time until there's a warrant with your name on it. Oh, and I'm sorry about what happened before. I was in a bad place. Let's talk and clear the air when we can, okay? Bye.
That doesn't sound good.
Nope. We'll have to crank up the pace. No time to get derailed by the cops.
But wait, don't we have to work with the police to stop the killer?
Eventually, yes, but I know the cops in this town. The only way we'll get those boneheads on our side is if we give them the Soothsayer on a silver platter. There can't be a shred of doubt. And after everything that went down with Lucas, the odds aren't in our favor.
I suppose so. We better stick with the case then.
I really lost control there, didn't I? That must be the spot. I don't remember the actual impact. No trace of the gun in this area. I should keep looking. Useful for heavy lifting. I don't need to do anything with that. Nope, no gun here. Bingo. I can see something shiny down there. How to get it up, though? In real life, that's just some random industrial building. No need to go in there. Business as usual. As if I was never here. This city of ours oblivious and indifferent to what happened here. Just some guy on a break. I shouldn't bother him. What am I even trying to... I don't see any lock. Useful for heavy lifting. What a monstrosity. Better not turn that on or the building might lift off. Hello again, I'm back.
Oh, hi. Chief Walker is on duty now. You'll find him past the door to your left.
Ah, great. I think I'll have a chat with him then.
Sure. You have a nice day now.
Thanks, you too.
Yes, come in.
Chief Walker?
Yeah, that's me. Who's asking?
Kathyrain, private investigator.
Oh, another one. I thought you'd all given up by now.
Sorry to disappoint, but this gal is more stubborn than most.
Apparently. Go on then.
What do you know about the Soothsayer?
You're a PI. You know how this works. You'll have to make do with my statements in the press, just like everyone else.
Did you know Deborah Sinclair well?
I did, yes. I considered her a friend.
I'm sorry. That must have made things hard for you.
Indeed. It was somewhat of a relief when the city boys took over the murder case.
What do you know about scrying mirrors?
Well, we both know how they relate to the murders, but other than that, I haven't come into contact with them.
I don't want to ask him about that. I don't want to ask him. Are you familiar with Pyre?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Never mind. Guess you guys never got that far. Does the name Rachel Wang mean anything to you?
Afraid not.
Do you know who Tabitha Caldwell is?
No, I've never heard that name before.
I don't want to ask him. Do you recognize the name?
Doesn't ring a bell.
I'd like to speak to Ranger Cooper. Can you arrange that?
No can do. Ranger Cooper is on leave for the time being.
He is? Why?
Personal reasons. He'll be back on duty in a few weeks. I can pass on your details if you wish.
I can't wait that long. Surely there's no harm in providing his phone number. I just need to speak with him.
No phone, which is the case for all of our resident rangers.
Resident rangers? That means they all live within the confines of the park, right?
Yes, I suppose it does, but you shouldn't try to go find him, miss.
What's stopping me, Chief? Bear Creek is public land, isn't it?
Technically, yes. Just don't harass the poor man, will you? He's been through enough.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. I'm getting too old for this shit.
Do you know a Faith Siren? She's supposed to have some form of facial scars.
No, I don't. That's not a familiar name.
What's up with the huge fan outside?
Beggars can't be choosers. We don't have the budget for a proper AC.
A tea person, I see. Black or green?
Dep- Depends on the mood. Yao Pon's my favorite. Heard of it?
I have, but not until I started doing research on Deborah Sinclair. She loved that stuff, didn't she?
Ah, of course. Yes, indeed. She's the one who introduced me to it.
Are you an avid hunter?
Of course. In my view, it's an integral aspect of being a ranger. Nature is riddled with death, you know. Eat or be eaten. And we shouldn't lose sight of that.
Thanks, I'll be going now.
Alrighty then. Good luck.
I should see if I could find out where those resident rangers live. Maybe something in this room can help. Brochures of various outdoor activities around Bear Creek. Nothing here looks very interesting to me at the moment. Looks like a map of the immediate surroundings here in Bear Creek. Various points of interest are marked out. Ah, there's the ranger accommodations. It's not that far of a trek from the nearest parking spot, so I should be able to cover the rest of the distance on foot. I better not risk it without a gun, though. Lucas's revolver should be somewhere near the crash site. Hey, Cassie.
Yeah?
Do you know a Faith Cyrene? She's supposed to have some form of facial scars.
No, I don't know anyone like that.
All right, I'm off again.
Bye-bye.
Creepy design. Good thing I still had my spare key. Looks like the cops haven't been here yet, so I better work quickly before they get a warrant and ransack the place. Guess that Hawaii retirement isn't happening, Lucas. No way. I can't stand that stupid clicking sound. Looks like Lucas has plotted out all the Soothsayer murders here on a map. Just some old case files. I don't need to bother with these. Just some old news coverage of a big case Lucas solved in the 80s. I've always been jealous of this view. Lucas's favorite brand of whiskey. He made me promise to down one of these at his funeral. Silly old man. Old pictures of Lucas and his army buddies. Lucas's favorite cigars. Whenever he was stuck on a case, he'd light up one of those and just sit and ponder in that chair. Doesn't look like anything of note was thrown away. Lucas's address book. I can cross-reference it with my notes. I don't need to look that up. Nothing new, just her Onyx Row address, which I already have. Worth a shot, but no, nothing. I don't need to look that up. What if I could, but I don't have a name? I don't need to look that. I don't need to look. I don't need to look that. I don't need to look. I don't need to look. I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need to look. I don't need to look. Nothing new. Worth a shot, but I don't need to look. I don't need to look. Looks like Lucas received a few messages on this pager recently. I believe this model can only display numbers. Now, the Longhorn boys, Lucas and his sons. This photo must be several decades old. Standard KPD radio manual. Lucas probably used this to decipher police communications. Weird note. Some sort of reminder? Very cryptic. Knowing Lucas, this is some sort of reminder. That list of locations is interesting. I'm only familiar with the park. I wouldn't know what places the others are referring to. A police scanner for eavesdropping on the cops. Common practice in the PI business. Alright, so this is what Lucas was up to this month. Hopefully I can find some useful clues in here. That's the day when Lucas came to me to ask to team up. I wish I'd taken him up on it. Jackson is Lucas's youngest son. Must be his birthday that day. This must be that thing Lucas mentioned about digging up dirt on the mayor. Shouldn't be relevant to me right now. I guess those bad feelings are the least of your worries now, buddy. Dog watching, huh? For whom, I wonder? Dog watching. I remember this JK person from when I worked here. They're a police informant. I don't know their real identity, though. Probably worth trying to learn more about them. Looks like Lucas had a meeting with JK here on the 18th. That's a few days before he approached me about the Soothsayer. Looks like some meeting related to Lucas's ex-wife. I doubt that's relevant to me. That was the night when he died. JK deliver here on the 25th. Was Lucas waiting for a delivery from the informant when he died? Very cryptic. That list of locations is... No gun, as expected. This is where Lucas would keep his revolver. Alright, that should be plenty. No gun, as expected. No gun, as expected. No gun. Pretty standard literature in the PI biz. A good supply of .357 Magnum rounds. These will fit Lucas's revolver. No need to. Still just the initials, but a number for JK is listed here. I should give them a call.
You have reached a numeric pager system. Please enter up to 12 digits and end your message with the pound key.
Oh yeah, now I remember. Lucas used some kind of secret pager code to arrange meetings with his informants. I shouldn't try to leave any messages here until I'm sure I've cracked the code. Hopefully some of the clues here on the desk can help. Alright, I think that's everything. I'll gather up all the clues and see if I can make any sense of them. Alright, so I know that Lucas used some sort of pager code to set up meetings with his informants, including JK. My objective should be to crack the code and then send a message to JK, posing as Lucas. All of the coded messages seem to begin with 1011. I should start by figuring out what those numbers mean. I guess that technically fits, but I somehow doubt the entire correspondence is dog-related. I should look for other interpretations. These all share the 1011 prefix. I should start by figuring out what that means. Oh, yeah. 10 and 11 match the positions for J and K in the alphabet. That can't be a coincidence. The same letter mapping doesn't seem to be applicable to the rest of the messages, though. The second part must be encoded differently then. First, there's a simple initial prefix to determine the sender, and then some other representation of the message itself. I should try to craft a message for JK now, requesting a meeting in person. I'll set a goal to arrange a meeting at 2 p.m. in the park, but I'll probably need to send multiple messages to convey that. Just a blank date. Just a blank. Sure, the incoming messages start with 1011, but I'm not sure Lucas would use the same prefix in his responses. I know Lucas had multiple informants, so surely they each had some unique identifier? Otherwise, it would be impossible to determine the sender of each message. Sure, the incoming messages start with 1011, but I'm not sure Lucas would use the same prefix in his responses. I know Lucas had multiple informants, so surely they each had some unique identifier? No, I think the first part is wrong. I already figured out that the 1011 prefix means JK. Lucas Longhorn. Sure, the incoming messages start with 1011, but I'm not sure Lucas would use the same prefix in his responses. I know Lucas had multiple Sure, the incoming messages. I know Lucas had multiple informants, so surely they each had some unique identifier? Otherwise, it would be impossible to determine the sender. The Longhorn boys, Lucas and his sons. This photo must be several decades old. Yes, 1212 would represent LL, Lucas's initials, in the same way that 1011 corresponds to JK. I'm not sure about the rest of the message, though. Yes, 1212 would represent LL, Lucas's initials. Yes, 1025 should convey that I want to arrange a meeting in person. I'll send that to JK's pager and see if I can get a response. Got a response. 10-4. That must mean acknowledged. Another one. 10-20,000. Not sure what to make of that one, but I have a feeling that they want me to respond. Hmm. 1212 should be the correct prefix, and the numbers after that match one of the 10 codes in the police manual. But I'm not sure I'd convey what I want with this specific 10 code. Yes, 1212 would represent LL, Lucas's initial. Yes, 12 I can't transmit that to the pager. This model can only receive numeric digits, 0 to... Yes, that should work. If the list on the post-it is correct, I think that this is the way to tell them that I'd like to meet at the park. Good. Another acknowledgement. And a query once again, it looks like. If we've settled on the park as a location, what's this now? Yes, that should work. $10.76. IE en route. Perfect. I should head to the park and try to find JK. This city. I loathe it. But where else would I be? I guess sometimes we all prefer a comfortable, familiar hate rather than facing the unknown. No. I can smell that thing from here. Pollution galore. Go for a swim, and you're liable to grow another limb. Hey there. Are you JK?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want to show that to her. JK is a mystery informant that I know Lucas... The meeting with JK is set up. Now I just need to go and talk to them. I tried that. I shouldn't bother her again unless I have a reason to think she's the person I'm looking for.
You have reached a numeric pager system.
Let's cut the charade. I heard that thing beep in your pocket. You're JK.
That's so. Who am I talking to?
I'm Kathy. Lucas couldn't be here. He sent me on his behalf.
No, he didn't. We both know he's dead.
All right. I guess you caught me. Why'd you even come if you knew I wasn't him?
Wouldn't you? Part of me wanted to believe the poor bastard faked his own death.
I wish. I was there when he died. A suspect, killed him and I nearly caught her.
She? It wasn't Andrea Hall, was it?
No, at least, I don't think so. This woman used the name Faith Cyrene. Who is Andrea Hall?
A senior at KCU. Lucas asked me to trace a motorcycle for him and...
And what?
No. Damn it. I've already said too much. We shouldn't be discussing this.
Look, the damage is done. You already gave me a name. If I wanted to rat you out to the chief or whatever, I could.
Oh, honey. I'm not trying to protect myself. I'm looking out for you.
Me? You don't even know me. Why do you care?
Because Lucas did. He stood up for me when no one else would. I owe that man a great deal.
If anything, he'd want me to solve the case and destroy that harpy for what she did to him.
No, I don't think so. He loved you like a daughter. You know that, right?
Fuck off. Don't tell me that. Don't you think I feel bad enough already?
That's what grief is supposed to feel like, hon. You're in a bad way, and I won't help you get yourself killed. Now go on. Get out of here.
This lady can go to hell. She doesn't know Lucas. She doesn't know shit. At least I got a lead out of this. Andrea Hall, whoever she is. Guess it's time to head over to the university.
Come in. Yeah.
Hey there. I'm looking for Andrea.
Is this your idea of a joke?
No? Why do you say that?
You don't recognize me, do you?
Oh, wait. You came to my office a couple weeks ago, didn't you?
Uh-huh. I needed your help with my missing roommate. You can probably guess her name.
Oh. Small world, eh?
Better late than never. I still can't pay your greedy PI fees, though, so you might as well fuck off again.
Sorry about that, but I'm running a business. Another case led me here. I'm not looking to get paid. I just need a few moments of your time, if that's okay.
Figures. Well, fine. Come in, then.
Thanks. What's your name again?
Rebecca Dawson.
All right. I'm Kathy, but I guess you know that.
I do. Let's talk.
What do you know about...
Just what's been reported in the media. So far, I haven't read anything that would connect the case to Andrea, so I've tried not to obsess about it.
What do you know about Deborah Sinclair?
No more than what's in the papers. That goes for the other victims, too.
What do you know about scrying mirrors?
Hardly anything, beyond the obvious connection to the Soothsayer.
Are you familiar with the King of Kings Catholic Church?
Never heard of it.
Do you know the Azure Sky Motel?
No, I don't know that place.
Have you ever heard of a drug called Pyre?
No, I'm not a drug user.
Does the name Rachel Wang mean anything to you?
No, that's no one I know.
Do you know who Tabitha Caldwell is?
No, I don't.
Do you recognize...
Afraid not. I don't know that guy.
I'm trying to find a...
No.
Do you know a...
Nope.
This might be a random question, but Andrea didn't have any facial scars, did she?
No, not any obvious ones at least. Why?
Oh, nothing. Just... Heading home to your folks for the summer?
Yep. God forbid I won't let Mom fatten me up for next semester.
That bad, huh? I don't want to ask her about that. Finals coming up soon, right?
Ugh, yes. Hard to catch up. I didn't get much schoolwork done when Andrea went missing.
Love the vest.
Oh, thanks. Made it myself from Mom's old leather jacket.
Oh, that's neat. I don't want to ask her. Pretty good horror flick over there. Scared my friend shitless with it.
Oh, sure. I prefer the 1973 original, though.
Don't tell me you're one of those people.
You don't know the half of it. My dad's a film director. In our family, it's mandatory to be a connoisseur.
That movie just came out, didn't it?
Yeah, my dad got me the poster. He's in the business.
I don't want to ask her. I don't want to ask her. I see that KCU still provides god-awful closet space.
Tell me about it. Andrea and I had our share of squabbles about that.
I don't want to ask her. I don't want to ask. I don't want to ask. I don't want to ask. Andrea's got a lot of electronics, it looks like.
You've got that right. Every other day she'd bring some new little gadget. I have no idea how a student like her could afford all of that stuff.
I don't want to ask her. Andrea's got a pretty chunky stereo over there.
Yeah. Thankfully, she'd use her headphones most of the time.
Ah, you guys didn't share a taste in music?
We sure didn't. Polar opposites, more like.
I don't want to ask her about... I don't want to ask her... I don't want to ask... I don't want to... I should go examine the computer before I start asking about it. Can you tell me about Andrea's disappearance?
Sure. Basically, she took off on her motorcycle one night and never came back. Didn't say where she was going or why.
She was a biker, huh? What kind of motorcycle are we talking about?
Well, it was black, pretty big, looked kind of sporty. I think she said it was imported from Japan.
Got it, yeah. I happened to see one just like it a few days ago. Please, continue.
Yeah, so, at first, I wasn't worried about Andrea. Suddenly leaving for a day or two wasn't unusual for her. After a week, though, I felt that I had to file a missing persons report. Total waste of time, that was.
I can relate. Cassidy cops aren't a reliable bunch. And then you reached out to me?
Yes. Tried every PI in town. Maybe I was naive to think I could afford any of them, but I felt I had to do something. That plan obviously didn't pan out either. Weeks passed, and after a certain point, I had to let things go. There was only so much I could do.
How long has Andrea been missing?
About a month, I think.
Wait, so she disappeared around the end of April?
Sounds about right. Why?
That's when they found Jane Doe, one of the Soothsayer victims.
Oh, yeah, I read about that, but the age is wrong. Andrea's 22, and the paper said 18.
Rebecca, there's a margin of error. The later paper said early 20s.
Oh, no. How could I be so blind? It's her. It's gotta be her.
We don't know that for sure, but yeah, things don't look great. Andrea is not a local, is she?
Far from it. She came from Australia.
That would explain the lack of dental records, too.
Fuck. We need to tell the cops all of this, don't we?
We do, but let me handle that, okay? I have more evidence to share with them.
Okay. God damn it, Andrea.
What happened when you filed that police report?
Well, they didn't take me seriously at all. I told them the truth about Andrea, and they immediately dismissed her as voluntarily missing, like she was some stupid teen runaway. They never even bothered to come and look at her stuff.
So Andrea has had a tendency to disappear from time to time?
Yeah. She's been known to hang out in some sketchy circles. People who like to party hard, if you know what I mean.
Ah, drugs were involved?
Yes, all kinds.
Who were those sketchy people then? Got any names?
No, I didn't want anything to do with that crowd.
What was Andrea like?
She was brilliant. A born engineer, obsessed with technology, computers, and tinkering with all of her little gadgets. But she wasn't weird or awkward like so many smart people are, you know? She understood people. She could explain the most complicated things so anyone could understand.
Sounds like a woman with a bright future ahead of her. I have a feeling it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, though.
No, she had a self-destructive side, too. I think she saw herself as a thing to push to the limit, just like her machines.
Okay, can you elaborate?
Well, she didn't care much for her health. It felt almost like she found it insulting to be limited by a human body, with all of its inconveniences. Experimenting with drugs was a part of that, I think.
I see. So, Andrea had a drug problem, did she?
She used drugs, yes. She wouldn't call it a problem, though. She'd say she was in full control, and that narcotics were tools like any other, or instruments to improve performance and expand the mind.
And do you agree with that?
For a superwoman like Andrea? Maybe. She seemed to have a handle on it. But I mean, she had a whole circle of junkie friends, and I have no idea what messed up things they were doing off campus.
And you don't know anything about these junkie friends of hers?
No. I tried to keep a healthy distance from those people.
If you know so little about them, how do you know they were even junkies?
Trust me. I grew up in Cassidy. I've seen meth heads on the street since kindergarten.
Yeah, point taken. I know this is difficult, but we need to talk about the...
Such a horrible way to go. I wish I had anything useful to say about it.
So nothing you know about the murder connects in any way to Andrea or her habits?
I don't think so. Sure, she went to Constance Hill from time to time, but so does every other college kid, right?
I guess so, yeah. So you're not aware of anyone in particular that she'd hang out with there?
No one comes to mind. Sorry.
I don't want to ask. That's all for now, thanks. Mind if I have a look at some of Andrea's things?
Go ahead. I'll take care of some homework.
Handy for some tunes outside, I'd imagine. For a goth, it's always Halloween. Some indie art house movie. That's pretty new, I think. Half-decent zombie movie. I forced E to watch it. Good times. That's quite badass, I have to say. I could see myself wearing that. University textbooks. These look to be mostly related to the humanities. Various items for studies, such as empty notebooks and binders. So tidy. Reminds me of Eileen, despite Rebecca being the polar opposite of her in nearly every other respect. Clothes and motorcycle accessories. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Looks like Rebecca is getting ready for the summer break. Huh. Makes me think of the Black Hats, the outlaw bikers I met a few years ago. What a mess. There are lots of entangled cables of different types and sizes. If I knew what I was looking for, I might be able to dig up something useful from here. Andrea's CD collection. There are a lot of records by Sunbeat, Route 6, and Perplex. Reggae music, based on the covers and song titles. University textbooks. Technical for the most part. There's a spool of metal wire here. I could probably find a good use for that. Just your average schedule. Nothing. Remind Mom to clean Dreddy's terrarium. Maybe Andrea has some kind of pet reptile back with her folks? Looks like some Rastafari thing. I suppose Andrea was into that stuff. Various gadgets, gizmos, and doohickeys. Yes, I've been known to take science classes. Damn, impressive setup. Andrea must be a hi-fi aficionado. Zodkill, a classic. I could go for a monster movie and some popcorn right about now. Might help me forget about the monsters in the real world. Looks like Andrea was taking something apart here. A hard drive, I think. I hear magnets like these are quite strong for their size. Might come in handy. Got it. This looks like some serious encryption. I better head back to the office and see what I can learn about that. Hey, Rebecca?
Yes?
Do you know anything about hard drive encryption?
No way. That stuff goes way over my head.
Okay, that's all I've got for the time being.
All right. I'll be here if you have more things to ask.
The gun is lodged well in there. I need some kind of tool to pull it out. All right, that should hold nicely. Yes, got it. I've reloaded it too. I'm ready for action now. Lucas's gun. Fully loaded. I'm ready for you, Soothsayer.
Hey, hey!
Hey, E. Can I talk to you for a sec?
Sure, what's up?
So, I found out that Lucas's investigation led to a college student called Andrea Hall.
Interesting. What's her link to the case?
Well, apparently Lucas was tracing a motorcycle tied to Andrea. Here's the kicker, though. The description of the bike sounded identical to the one that Faith Cyrene escaped on.
Huh. That's a clear connection between this student and Faith, then. Keep me posted.
Do you know anything about hard drive encryption?
A little, I suppose. What are the specifics?
Basically, the whole computer is encrypted and it prompts a password when I boot it up. Is there any way to bypass that?
Oh, that's tough. Maybe the computer book I bought for the office last year could be useful?
Oh, right. Remind me, where did we put that?
It's on the shelf behind you, Kathy.
All right, that's all.
Okie dokie.
Ah, here's the book Eileen mentioned. Excellent. There are a few pages about the type of encryption I saw at KCU. This should be useful. First things first, I need another computer. Eileen's laptop. She's using it to hack into Faith Cyrene's cell phone. The computer book outlined a technique for using a second computer to crack hard drive encryption. This laptop might come in handy for that. I could ask E about it. Can I talk to you first?
Sure.
Do you know anything about...
A little, I suppose.
Basically, the whole computer is...
Oh, that's
looks that way.
should be doable then.
Well, it just so happens I need a second computer, and I noticed this laptop you've got here.
I suppose I could make do without that for a while, but just bring it back in one piece, will you? It wasn't cheap.
Why? Have I ever...
Yes! 4 times!
Fair enough. All right, there we go. I've got the laptop set up. Time to deal with the next steps in the book. I don't need to mess with that. This CD should have some useful utilities for hacking on it. This CD... Ah, here's that type of cable that was mentioned in the computer book. Got it. It's pretty short as far as cables go, but it should get the job done. All right, all hooked up. I should have another look in that computer book. Alright, I should be done with all the setup for the hack now. Coming up next, capturing the password. I should have a look in the next section of the book. I already installed the app. Damn. The decryption isn't an automated process. I still have to try different passwords against the encryption hash. After each attempt, the utility will spit out some information about how close I was to the right password, though. We're dealing with a 7-character password, including a mix of numbers, lower and uppercase letters. I should have a look around the room. Maybe I can find some 7-letter words to put me on the right track. Remind Mom to clean Dreddy's terrarium. Maybe Andrea has some kind of pet rep. Andrea's CD collection. There are a lot of records by Sunbeat, Route 6, and Perplex. Looks like some Rastafari thing. Zodkill, a classic. Might help me forget about them. Looks like Andrea was taking... Since I have the password signature saved to a file now, I can use the decryption utility to crack it. We're dealing with a 7-character password, including a mix of numbers, lower and uppercase letters. I should have a look around the room. Half-decent zombie movie. Some indie art house movie. I already looked in. University textbooks. Remind Mom to clean Dreddy's terrarium. Maybe Andrea Hey, Rebecca.
Yes?
I don't want to ask her. Any idea of how to...
Nope. And good.
I don't want to ask. Okay, that's...
All right.
Various items. Close. Maybe Andrea just obfuscated it a little bit. Moment of truth. All right, I'm in. The old mines, huh? A good place to hide. They're enormous. Practically half the state is filled with them. I'll need more specifics to track down a site like that. Not sure what to make of all this, but it sounds like Andrea was in cahoots with the pyre dealers, building some kind of secret base for them. Well, that removes any shred of doubt. Andrea Hall was Jane Doe. Sounds like something about pyre scared the shit out of her. Did that have something to do with her death? I should keep the computer powered on now. Hey, Rebecca?
Yeah?
I'm done here. Gonna head out. Thanks for the help.
No problem. Did you learn anything?
I did, but it's not looking good. Andrea was involved with some bad people. I think it's more than likely that she's Jane Doe. I'm sorry.
God damn it. I fucking knew it. I need to process this. You'll talk to the cops, right? I can't deal with them right now.
Of course. Take care of yourself, Rebecca.
You too.
This laptop worked like a charm. Thanks.
Glad to hear it. What'd you find out?
Too much to explain now. I'll fill you in tonight. I still need to go and track down Cooper.
Okie dokie.
Andrea Hall was a college student at KCU and supposedly a skilled hacker. I'm sure she was the true identity of Jane Doe, the Soothsayer victim found on Constance Hill. Based on what I found on her computer, she was involved in some shady activities. She may be a bigger piece of the Soothsayer puzzle than I first thought. Victor Cooper is the full name of the park ranger. All smudged. Can't see jack shit in there. It says, this building is federally owned. I believe that's the standard for national parks. No state jurisdiction. A handheld lantern. Kerosene, probably? In any case, I have no need for that right now. The stash is on the smaller side, but I guess we're nearing summer now. They probably plan to refill it in the fall. What a monstrosity. I couldn't even hope to lift that thing. Well, fuck. Oh, my head. This is not good. Need my pills. No!
Do you see? The noose, the iron. Those were the holy instruments of my rebirth.
Wait, this is how Isaac Price died, that psycho priest in Conwell Springs.
Nearly there. Fight your ignorance, child.
No, it can't be. You can't actually be him.
Can't I? I told you, there is no death, only change. When everything burned, the Crimson One slipped out of his suit and skittered away like a cockroach. With a heavy heart, I donned the mantle. I became Mr. Burgundy. And now my form is his shelter.
Easy. Don't try to get up just yet. I don't want you to faint on me again.
Oh, it's you. Tom, was it?
Yes. My name is Tom Ward. But for the longest time, my name was taken from me.
And in its place, you were only given a hue of red. You're the Crimson One.
Yes. When you burned the threshold, I was set free. I'm ashamed of my past, and I wish to make amends.
That's so? Why should I believe anything you say? You put me through hell in 1995.
Things were out of my control. You don't wear the suit wears you. You can stretch it, bend it, but if you go too far and rip the fabric, you rip yourself.
I see you haven't lost your penchant for nonsense metaphors. At least you're not fucking rhyming again.
There's the Kathy we all know and love. I was afraid I had lost you there for a while.
I'm still me. Not that that got me anywhere. I'm broke and brain damaged, my friend was killed, and I'm chasing some of the most dangerous people on the planet.
Dangerous indeed. Which is why I will urge you to reconsider a cooperation. We have a common foe, and you will need allies.
For all I know, you're the same bastard you always were, and this is all some kind of double-cross.
If it was, it would be quite an elaborate one. Weren't you completely helpless a few minutes ago?
I guess so. I should say thanks for that.
You're welcome. I understand that all of this is a lot to take in, and in due time, I'll explain everything.
You better. I don't know what the hell is going on, and you're just giving me more questions.
I realize that, but This is neither the time nor the place. When circumstances allow, I'll come find you again.
Just wait a minute. Oh, getting woozy again. All right, I think I'm okay now. Well, he's gone. Again. Guess there's nothing I can do but check out the cabin. It's the pills I was given for my head injury. Should be taken in case of any sudden headaches or dizziness. Locked. What a shock. Say what you will about Tom, but he did save my sorry butt. Various books. Nothing looks out of the ordinary. Decent-sized heater. This must eat quite a lot of firewood in the winter. I doubt this place is well insulated. I think that's a paraffin lamp. Probably a useful light source in here after dark. Dishes and cutlery. Nothing interesting. Dishes and cutlery. A case of something. Beer, maybe? Gas stove. Guess there's no electricity out here. He's got running water, though, at least. Must have been used recently. This floor is spotless. Well, either that or Cooper doesn't spend much time here. Probably for that high shelf with potted plants. Huh? What was that? A secret compartment. There was a hand-drawn map and also some kind of document in there. Quite the plant collection. Guess this guy's got a green thumb. A gardening spray can for watering or applying pesticide. A sack of potting soil. I don't need to mess with that. Military style. Maybe he used to be in the army or something. Whoa, this is an Ingstrom discharge form from last year. The name on here is Victor Kopernik, though, not Victor Cooper. Cooper, Kopernik? They're quite similar. Maybe he changed his name after they let him out? The timeline fits perfectly with Rose's affair, too. This guy has got to be her secret lover. I better head back to Ingstrom's tomorrow to follow up on all of this. It's too late to catch their visitation hours today. Nothing else in there. Looks like Cooper has drawn a map here. A path through some kind of tunnels. There's no indication of where this is, though. Maybe if I had something to compare it with? Oof, long day. I better get back to the office and share all of these findings with Eileen.
Kopernik, huh? I wonder why he changed his name.
He was discharged from a mental institution. Maybe he just wanted to throw a wrench in background checks?
Yeah, I suppose that could be it. What about this Tom guy, then? Do you think we can trust him?
I don't know. I think so, but it's complicated. It has to do with everything we went through in 1995.
Oh, you know we never really talked about that. Over the years, I've started to remember things. Fragments. It wasn't just some nutty priest, was it?
No, it was something much more sinister than that. And I think that these murders are somehow connected to it.
All the more reason to stop the Soothsayer then.
Agreed.
How did things go at KCU then? I never imagined you'd go back to school.
Huh. Me either. Let me tell you what I found.
Poor Andrea. What a horrible way to go.
Indeed. Can't say I envy her. We shouldn't forget that she wasn't all that innocent, though. She was helping the pyre dealers and showing no remorse about it. On the contrary, she seemed excited as hell about it.
Until she wasn't, right? In the last note from her, it said she was scared out of her mind.
Yes. Something about pyre freaked her out, and from the look of things, that's what got her killed.
Well, at least we know now they have a secret hideout in the mines.
Yeah. Narrowing down that location will be the final piece of the puzzle. Anyway, how have things been progressing here? Any luck with the phone?
Easy peasy. Cracked and ready. I had a peek in the contacts, and guess who I found in there?
Who?
Tabitha Caldwell, that florist lady.
Damn. So Faith Cyrene knew her. Tabitha's involved then. She's gotta be.
Yeah. At least her name was in Faith's contact list. Whatever that implies.
The implication is fishy as hell. Let's leave it at that. Anything else?
Not that I could find, but you know this case better than me. Any ideas?
Well, there's this one thing. Rachel Wang mentioned this upsetting phone call.
Oh, right. Outside Eric's apartment, wasn't it? You even had the date and time.
Yeah. Here's the transcript.
January 14th, 4:15 p.m. Okay.
So?
Got it. Lasted a couple of minutes, apparently. The number is not in the contact list. 555-059-325.
Oh, fuck.
What?
I know that number. That's the Ingstrom Psychiatric Hospital.
Oh. Well, that's easy. Probably just this Copernic guy, right? He was a known patient and in cahoots with Faith.
No, that's impossible. He was discharged last year.
And this was January. So someone else made that call.
Well, I guess I have a plan for tomorrow then. Tabby's garden, then Ingstrom's.
Yes, I'll stay here and look into Copernic more, now that we have his original name.
Sounds good. You on the bed?
Nah, couch is fine. Sleep tight.
Rain again, huh? Let's go see if E is up yet. Pouring down, huh? Lovely time to be a biker. I wish, but if I don't shape... Morning, E.
Hey, sleep well?
Nope, but that's par for the course. You know that.
Yeah, I suppose I do. So what's on the agenda for today?
Tabitha Caldwell, first of all. She knows more than she's letting on, or she wouldn't be in the contacts of that cell phone.
Right. Just don't underestimate her. She could be dangerous. And then there's Ingstrom's, right?
Yeah. Somebody called Faith Cyrene from that place and made her throw a tantrum all up in Eric's face.
Yup. That was an odd one. Anyway, if you need some help, remember I'm only a phone call away. plenty of minutes left on that cell phone, so you can reach me from almost anywhere.
Ah, that's convenient. Pocket phones, huh? What's next? Robot cats? Oh, I would never. You're the best girl.
You two are just adorable.
Oh, quiet you. What's E gonna entertain herself with then?
Victor Kopernik, I think.
Yeah, sure that guy's a fucking hoot.
Oh, you know what I mean, silly. Research. Maybe I can dig up what he tried to hide with that name change.
Not a bad plan. Let's get to it and touch base tonight.
Okie dokie.
Who's the cutest predator around here? Oh, yes, you are.